That's fair enough. There's kind of a multi-horse race right now as to which platform is going to lead. Do you think it's going to be one who's going to take them all, or do you think it's
Nope.
going to be a variety? And if so, are there
It's the
any that
variety.
you're aware of that you think are slowly around the corner that we should be keeping our eyes on?
I think that at this point, one of the great things about hiring AIs to work in your company as opposed to hiring humans is if a better human comes along, you've got a relationship with this one and you feel bad firing them. The AI, it's like, I don't care. We will always be seeing new platforms coming out that approach problems in a different way, that become more efficient, that are good at doing this particular thing, but not good at doing that particular. That's just the nature of how this will develop. And I wouldn't want to suggest to any company that they close off their ability to make use of those as they come in. I think you want to do the opposite. You want to try many things, continue to try things, and work with the ones you have. It's sort of like, if you're hiring to fill certain positions, you have the luxury hiring 50 people knowing you're going to fire 45 of them and not feel bad about it. And you're going to continuously be doing that as you build agentic workforce here.
So, with the experience that you've had in tech and investing and on Broadway, how have you brought those learnings and skill sets to almost cross pollinate into what you're doing today?
Everything is storytelling. And whether it's raising money for Barn Door, understanding that frankly, everything is theater, right? You have an audience, whether it's in a board meeting or a pitch, you walk into the room, they know certain things, they feel certain things, they're at a certain place. And your job over the next hour is to get them to a different place, that place where they're going to do the thing you want them to do, right? So you have to figure out what the arc is to get them to that place. And you figure that out, whether it's in business or it's in theater, it really doesn't matter. If you're successful in that, your venture succeeds. And if you're unsuccessful in that, if it's bad fundraising show or bad theater show, your venture is not going to succeed.
I think that's very insightful. And I think everyone who's in business should take improv at some point.
Agree. I totally agree. It's a great skill to have.
What are some of the core things that you think a leader could learn at improv? Are there any nuggets?
Certainly improvisation, right? But it is storytelling. And improv, the thing about improv is that it's real time. You are both performing and writing. And at the groundlings, the improv classes, the ladder you rose up to the point where you may or may not get selected into the company. The second to last of those was 100% writing lab. It was a very intense class. It was all about writing, not about performing. The ones before you did the improv games, then you did the writing lab, and then you did an advanced class where you sort of put it all together. And the ability to craft an entertaining, concise answer to a particular situation on your feet without losing your audience is an incredibly useful skill.
Is there anyone that comes to mind, whether it's in business or, even in your experience in the arts, that you think was a master expert at improv or just jumps out as like this person was someone that is going to be hard to beat?
In terms of classics, this Steve Jobs, this whatever, right? But I see it every day in a lot of the Broadway lead producers I work with who are able to, this is not an easy business. It is financially a lot riskier than investing in tech companies. You spend a lot of money very quickly and hope it works out. And being able to craft a story around that and being able to, at the same time, be holding a creative idea and a financial pitch at the same time to bring all the folks along. You have to, if you're doing a Broadway play with a star in it, you have to make sure that star wants to be there and feels they're going to be properly